Swim went really well. Actually felt really good when the gun went off. You know, I went out really fast and found myself in the lead, and then a couple of groups merged, and I was quite happy to drop back and sit on some feet from there. And yeah, had a pretty good swim on feet, and you know, about 3 or 4 pairs back, and pretty comfy. I felt great through transition, really light on my feet, which is always a really good sign. And yeah, then I followed yarn, and but you know, they were just going a bit quick, and on the flats and things, I just didn't have as much power as them. And then yeah, I was riding pretty well. Started to drop back probably about, you know, what was it, 40-mile mark. I started to drop back a bit, maybe a bit before, and yeah, and then just fell off the back a bit and was like, yeah, well, I'm still going okay. And but then sort of once we went past Kauai High and the rollers, they just sort of went further and further, and I got slower and slower, and you know, it just all accumulates, doesn't it? It you know, when it starts to get hard, it really gets hard. And you know, so you know, I haven't had a perfect build up. It has been far from a perfect year, and yeah, so you know, once again, learning mistakes, and but you know, next year. So I wasn't far off when a few weeks ago I was joking with a mate that the training I was doing a few weeks ago with him was actually prep for Kona 15. And you know, the back of my mind, I knew that I didn't have a great feeling about this race. Someone asked me how I was feeling a week and a half ago, and you know, and I said I don't know. I really didn't have a feeling about it this year. So that sort of goes to show the last few weeks hasn't been great.
How hot were the conditions today? How tough were the conditions out there?
Yeah, really tough out there. It's super dry, really windy on the bike. I had a good tailwind for a bit of it, as did those in front of me or around me on the way back after Kauai High. But then at about the what is it, probably about the 90-mile mark, the wind turned and suddenly was a horrible crosswind and headwind. And you know, I was sitting up and just taking it easy. Well, easy, but it was still super uncomfortable. I just, you know, wasn't feeling great today or the last few weeks. And so yeah, it's really hot, really windy, really dry heat. So you just dried off. You didn't sort of stay cool. So yeah, that was tough. And you know, but you know, I'm loving that Sebastian's had a killer race, and you know, taking it to them.
And how long were you internally deciding whether or not you wanted to just stay in it, pull out? What was that internal?
Yeah, probably, you know, coming down from Harvey, it was like, you know, I should finish. You know, everyone would love to see me finish. You know, I thought my family and supporters here would love to see me finish as well. But at the same time, then it was probably further along where I started to realize, look, I'm really uncomfortable even going really slow. My legs were just starting to sting. Everything just wasn't feeling right. And then I realized that I've already done that to myself twice this year at Roth and in Zurich. Twice not been in good enough shape to run off the bike, and I've done it twice, and it just hurts. Even running, walking really has hurt me, and you know, that's probably you know, was in my legs, in my training and things, and in today maybe, and it's not healthy. It's so bloody tough going through that pain, the stress of, you know, even doing the distance, just the stress of it. It's not healthy, and it's not good for my future income. I've got to look at races, I've got to look at my income, I've got to look at making a living out of this. So there's a lot of different things. Everything changes when it's your job. And I couldn't do it again this a third time this year, do that painful mental and physical pain that will last for, you know, a week's, 3 weeks, a month. When you know, I've got Challenge Bahrain, which is, you know, one of the biggest prize purses in the year in early December. So, you know, kind of hopefully it works out well for that.